They were undressed, in a state of undress. Then he talked about his daughter's titties on Howard Stern. I mean, his when she was a little girl, she wasn't even a grown ass woman at that point. He's talking about he hopes that she's have certain type of titties. Who the fuck does that about their child? Then on another show, he said if it wasn't his daughter, he would date her. It just come on. Then let's go to grabbing people by the pussy. Then found out that he went older as because he was desperate. It wasn't no young person he could find. He grabbed that woman in the dressing room and still ain't paid her. I don't know how he got away with that, all right? And he lost that case against that author. Then, okay, what was the other one? I said, wait, hold on. Oh, and then in the files, the Epstein files, that 13-year-old's situation came up, the one that Lisa Bloom was representing her on when she was 13 years old. He had sex with her and slapped her in her face while they were having sex brutally because Jeffrey Epstein had her first and took her virginity. Instead of going and slapping Jeffrey Epstein, the two weirdo fucking pedophiles going to have a manly fight between each other. Pedophiles are not men. I take that back. An animalistic tussle between two animals. He slapped a 13-year-old girl and told her, I was supposed to have you first. That is a case with Lisa Bloom and her daughter, I'm sorry, and her mother, Gloria Allred, for the 13-year-old girl. And now it's popping up again in the Jeffrey Epstein files. The only reason that young lady, I guess she's a full grown lady now, didn't pursue it is because she started getting death threats, and they had a whole ass press conference the day that she was supposed to actually file her brief in the United States Supreme Court in California. She held a press conference, Gloria Allred and her daughter Lisa Bloom, and said this girl started getting death threats, so she was gonna go underground. I land.
Yeah, so again, I mean, and I can
Oh,
understand what you're saying. The only thing that I would retort back is that, as outrageous and outlandish as a lot of the, statements and things that, he's been alleged to be a part of, again, to this point, there have been no charges filed. There have been no
Boy, would
cases
you
that have been
hush?
formally filed.
Repeating the same
We're
shit.
we're
Shut
we're
the
actually
fuck up.
we're actually. I mean,
God damn.
I'm not saying anything wrong. Nothing has been filed, and so these are things that are just hearsay. These are things that haven't been proven to be fact, or he
Okay,
hasn't been convicted of any crimes that led up to any of these
but
things.
he's been he's been
People say outrageous things all the time. That
okay.
doesn't
So
mean
what
that
do you think about
again,
him
Lisa, you
going
could be
inside
Stop
Lisa, you
over
could be
talking
dressing
her.
room?
you
Hold
could
up,
say
you guys.
something.
Hold up. This is
Yeah,
me and Mike P.
Lisa, you could say something that incredulous or something that's outlandish. That doesn't necessarily mean that as far as the law is concerned that you actually committed a crime.
Okay, so can I just back up one time and ask you one question, Mike P? What do you think or say or understand that he went into a dressing room with young girls? They're not women. They're not women. They're young girls who were in different states of undress. What do you think? What do you feel about that?
I definitely, I don't co-sign that at all. I wouldn't do that.
You
Anybody
call
that
that
would do that.
pedophile tendencies. Would you do that, Mike P? Would you go and tie the young girls? You're the teenagers.
Absolutely not.
And why would he even want to have a teenage beauty pageant? Let's think about
Well,
that.
but it's
When you
money.
got Bologna, and all her kind, and you gonna have a grown ass fucking man. It's usually females who have a teenager beauty pageant, and it's these ugly old wrinkled up white men who have a grown ass woman beauty pageant. Well, they start like getting on the women adult beauty pageant when they're 19 and up or whatever. But we're
hmm
talking about teens, 13, 14 years old. That's his pageant. So what do you think about that, Mike P? I'm sorry.
What I would say is that, I mean, I don't, whether regardless of the gender, I don't think that fathers or mothers should be participating in
No. We're
exploiting
not
their
talking about
daughters.
fathers and mothers. We're talking
I'm
about
just
Donald Trump
yeah, well,
walking
can I
into the
can you
dressing room. Let's stay
right?
on
Can I
subject.
answer?
Let's stay on
Can I
subject,
if I
though.
could answer if I could just answer the question,
Okay,
ma'am,
let's
again.
stay. But you're
Uh,
starting to get off the topic, though.
well, but you didn't let me
You
land.
said
So
they shouldn't be letting their
well,
daughters. That's
because you
what you
made it.
did
Well, I'm
say.
just responding to the distinction that you made as far as with men and women. And again, I don't think that anybody should be participating in anything that would exploit young underage girls. I don't think,
Yeah,
you go
okay.
back to
Yeah,
John
you're not gonna blame
Ramsey.
the victims
You go
though.
to you go. No, I'm just talking about. I said that I don't think anybody should participate in anything that's exploiting young girls. You're not listening, man.
I'm
With all due
listening,
respect,
Mike
there
P.
you
It's a
go.
beauty contest for children that your
Yeah, I
Lord
think
and
that that's. I
Master,
think that that's
that
it.
your Lord and Master is
Right.
extorting.
But I
It has
also
nothing to
understand.
do with girls wanting to be in beauty pageants,
Right.
especially teenage girls.
But I also understand that there is a high financial component, which is that's connected to these pageants, which is why he had bought the rights to these things and so on and so forth. So I'm just saying again, I don't
So,
not in that
okay, well,
world.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
ask the question one more time.
Yes,
You
indeed.
don't think it's PDO behavior, pedo, for a old ass, wrinkled ass, limp dick man to walk into a young girl's GIRLS dressing room, DESSING space ROOM, while being different stages of nudity, NUD. How do you spell nudity, you guys?
I get. I don't need you to
DITY.
spell it out. I get what
Thank
you're saying.
you.
The point is that the answer is no. I think is yes. I think it's absolutely deplorable and it's horrible. That
I
doesn't
said
mean that doesn't
pedo.
mean
I said
yes, indeed,
pedo.
and I agree. But yet that doesn't
Okay, there
mean
you
that
go. So
these
you
other.
answered your own question. And
Right,
thank
hold
you
on,
very much
but
for
hold
agreeing
on.
with
Yeah,
me.
I get it, but hope we're having a conversation, we're having dialogue.
I thank
But
you
that
for
still
agreeing.
doesn't.
I
Yeah,
thank you. I
yes,
appreciate
yes,
it.
But
yes,
he
indeed.
told
Okay,
you
man.
he paid
But that
for the
doesn't.
right to be able to go back
But that
there
also
because he
doesn't.
paid for it.
Well, no, I didn't say that just because he paid for it, that means that he has the right to. I think that institutions like that are disgusting as period. But however, I understand
We're
that there
not
is a
talking
huge
about the
financial component.
institution.
But
Mike,
that's a big part of that because there's a
that's a part
power
of our
play that
conversation.
this person can walk through
So
there.
when
Just
you
think
say
about it.
however,
So
then it negates everything you said before it,
how
clown.
you didn't even hear what came
I
after?
I
However,
did
man,
hear it. You know how I
what
heard
did I
it
say?
because you
What
keep
did I say?
repeating yourself.
Well, what did
You
I
keep
say after?
saying the
However,
same thing over and over.
yeah. What did I say? But after, however, man.
However, he paid for the rights to he paid for it. It's a financial thing. That's what you said.
Yeah, you're not listening. So, Lisa, what I was going to tell you is that again, at the end of the day, just because that he happened to be in those actions, that does not mean that these
Yes, it does, Mike,
accusations.
and you agreed. So let yourself free
I did
yourself.
understand it
Free
And
though.
then
your
I'm getting my
free
mic cut
yourself.
off, and just
And
the
I'm
Free.
gonna
the
keep cutting
ignorance and
it
No,
all of
off.
that stuff.
stop, you guys.
Yeah, it's just
Seriously, stop, stop,
ignorant
stop,
banter.
stop, stop. Okay, so what I'm saying to you is I'm glad you agreed that it's pedophile behavior. So just free yourself. We're here to protect children. We're not here to
Absolutely,
protect pedophiles. So
absolutely.
he has behavior of a
Hmm.
sexual deviant.
But I'm
Not
also
only
saying,
that,
okay,
he
go ahead.
also, if you want to keep building his sexual deviancy file, he also paid a couple of people to suck his dick. What's that chick's name? The one who sued him and only got 100,000. I know this is hell now because people
So is
get
that
millions.
pedophile behavior? That's
No,
pedophile
I
behavior.
said sexual deviancy,
Oh, sexual.
sir.
Okay, so now
Most
you're
people don't
overlapping.
pay. Most people
You're
don't pay. Well,
overlapping, but
maybe
Yeah,
y'all
okay.
can
you ain't
correct me.
listening.
Most
Go
people
ahead,
don't
say
Okay, I
it.
don't. We
pay.
don't. It's a one on
Y'all
one. I
might
don't need you.
correct me. Y'all might correct me. I think it's a form of some type of sexual deviance. You gotta pay for your sex and to
That's
have
not
your
sex.
dick
How is
sucked
that
and
sexual
shit.
deviance?
What? You
One
mean to
on
tell me that's
nothing,
normal?
dumbass.
a person paying for sex is
Yeah,
that's
it's
sexual
what?
deviancy?
Yeah.
Okay,
What? I'm
that's your whole.
talking
Yeah.
about
So,
Right.
Mike
paying
P,
Okay.
remember
strangers.
she
So
had
I'm
then
that
not
but
talking
scumbag
that's
about
your.
lawyer
Yeah,
Mike.
that's
I'm
your
not
in
moral high
talking
Brazil.
ground. That doesn't mean
Mike.
that that's
I'm not
somebody else's
talking
moral high
about
ground,
I'm not
and it's
talking
certainly not the
about
land of the
I'm
law.
not talking about you taking me to dinner and then you bought me a Chanel locked bracelet and then I decided to pay you back whatever it means. I'm talking about somebody who literally has to call a stranger who does sex for a living.
There
That's
were
how they
two
pay their
consenting
bills.
adults.
That's babe, you gotta pay for your pussy, Mike.
I mean, so that's not my. Again, that's a moral decision
That's
that you
and
choose.
it's called Stevenson.
I
Whenever
don't
you
believe
gotta
it. I mean,
Yes,
call a
if he
that's
gets some,
your.
he
stranger,
gonna have to
But
where
pay
that's
you
for
not
it.
have to
law. That's not
call
the
a
letter of the law. That's
stranger,
an opinion.
a total stranger.
But
No, it's
that's
not an
also an
opinion.
opinion, Lisa.
That's
That's an
not an
opinion.
opinion. That is a
It's not a
ICD
fact.
code. That is a ICD code.
No,
Anybody who
ma'am, it's
calls,
not a fact,
yes,
ma'am.
it is. Yes, it is.
Lisa,
One
No,
hundred
can I
ma'am.
get in here
percent.
for 1 second here?
Go ahead. I'm
It just
sorry,
the
but
hate
Okay,
is
you
just
guys,
so
real
you
tonight.
guys can admit that you guys got sexual inadequacies and
No,
deviancy.
Lord, here we
It's
go with the
nothing wrong with
hearsay.
that if
Here we
you
go with the
have to pay
allegations
so
and the
for
Lisa,
it.
hearsay.
Lisa, I want to
If
take this
y'all
out of
gotta pay for it, it's okay.
Lisa. I want to take it out of the realm of the hypothetical because that's what he's trying to say. Like, oh, this is that might have happened. This might have happened. All right. Like, I don't like to stay there. I like facts and data. Right. So if someone takes a young woman shopping in Manhattan, someone being Donald Trump, and then forces sexual contact on her without her consent, the way the testimony read, he bought her a couple things, took her to the dressing room, pushed her against the wall, kissed her without her consent, pulled down her tights, and sexually penetrated her without her consent. She resisted, struck him with her knee, broke free, and ran from the store. Right? Later on, she decided to pursue this civilly. He was found liable for sexual assault. He tried it. Once again, he was held accountable, this time for defamation, because he's denying something that he's been legally held accountable for. He tried to deny it again. The court substantiated it 3 fucking times. So we have 3 different judges that said he is liable for sexual assault to the tune of millions and forcibly penetrating this woman. This is not a maybe. This has been substantiated in court. So you cannot sit here and tell us he is not a sexual deviant or he hasn't been found liable by a court for engaging in sexual deviant behavior. This is the person that you're supporting, and there's no wiggling out of this. 3 different substantiated that he forcibly penetrated this woman against her will. If you align with that, you align with that. But don't try to distance yourself from something that's been documented. I yield.
Right, and all I said was that again, more of the allegations and more of the statements that have been made via the Epstein files, et cetera, doesn't necessarily mean that he is guilty of any of those accusations or hearsay. And so, in court, until there are cases that are filed, charges that are filed, all of this is just conjecture, and all of this is just hearsay. And I think that that's fair to say.
Can that's the fifth time you've repeated it.
That right,
Yeah.
right,
Dumbass.
Hey,
just
Lisa
like you,
said.
man.
Hey, Lisa said. Men paying for women, that's a sexual deviant. And Michael said that's an opinion. Mike doesn't know what the fuck deviant is. What the
Nigga said
fuck
he
is
pay for
wrong with
pussy,
these
yo.
people?
It don't matter what a
Hey, Mike,
judge
I
says. It
That's
yeah,
an
matter.
I
It's,
get
opinion.
it's
it
Y'all
what
are
now.
Mike
showing
Doesn't matter
says.
feelings
what a judge
tonight.
It's
says.
what
Yeah,
Mike
You're
says.
y'all
showing
gotta
Mike
dumb
feelings.
down
says
the
that's
If
right.
you
conversation,
gotta pay
Lisa.
for pussy, I swear to
You
God, it's
gotta dumb
okay.
down
It
this
has nothing to do with
conversation, Mike,
this.
to
It
I
has
don't
nothing
even
to
Oh
do
know.
with this.
Lord.
Wait a minute.
It's a se-
Wait
it
a
says
minute.
it's a sexual
Oh
it's a
shit.
ICD code that men who cannot get whatever in a normal fashion. There's something wrong with you. I just admit it. It's okay though, because all of us got something working with us. So just go ahead. It's
Wow.
okay.
Hold on, Lisa. Lisa. I
This is
just
this has
looked
been
up
crazy.
Lisa. So I'm looking up the sexual. I'm looking up the
It's
sexual claims. So Lisa, hold on, Lisa. Check this out. E. Jean Carroll, a writer, said Trump raped her in 1996 in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room. About the incident in her 2019. Well, what do we need from men for, right? And 23, Carroll's
what does
awarded
that
$5
got to do
million.
with what he did
Hold on,
to
just
her
let me
though?
finish. Hold on, let me finish.
I've
Million
heard this
after the jury
before.
held Trump liable was held Trump liable for sexual abuse and defamation, but not rape.
Yeah, but New York.
Liable for
No, no,
sexual abuse and
hold on.
defamation,
Mute. Let me
though not
explain.
rape.
Hold on. Mute up, Mike.
That's the hill you're gonna
Wow.
die on.
Omari,
Y'all gonna
listen.
keep talking over JD and I'm gonna fucking lose it. Go ahead.
This has
Oh
been
Lord,
happening.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Lord,
you're
Lord,
here. They've been
Lord.
doing it
Lose
all
it on
night,
Mike, yeah, especially.
Okay, move
especially
on,
fucking
Gemini.
Mike.
Hey,
Okay, Gemini,
hey,
keep
Omari,
talking.
if you look up the literally after that case, they changed in New York. They changed the definition of rape in the way the court defines rape.
Oh God.
So the way the court, you can look it up. You can say, "Oh God, all you want." Mike, you don't know what the word deviance is. I'm not.
I
I
know
can't
what the
dumb it
word
down that
deviant
much for you.
means. Again,
If
it's
you
still
look up how
hearsay.
they define
It's
rape
not the
now in
letter.
the
It's not the
courts,
letter of the law. That's an
it's rape.
opinion. It's not a
It's
fact. But
rape.
You
go
better
ahead.
It's
stop
rape.
interrupting him.
Listen,
Yeah, we're having a
wow. I'm about to
conversation,
boot
so it
this
is what it is.
motherfucker.
I'm gonna stick by what I said, and I'm telling you, I don't have the ICD code right now, but I will definitely bring the ICD code for the second part of this
Not a
conversation.
problem. Not a problem, man.
Yeah, because it's okay though. There's a lot of people on the stage and in the audience that have some type of psychological diagnosis working with them. So this is okay.
I
But
sure do, but
anyway,
I'm not no fucking pedo.
All
that
right.
part.
Well,
But anyway, so now that we've established that Trump has been found guilty in a court of law over some sexual deviant shit, I don't know why you guys still want to try to justify supporting the fact that Republicans have destroyed this country from the top to the
Democrats and
bottom.
Republicans,
They
absolutely.
put, oh, nope, the Republicans put in a president who is a pedophile and a sexual
Oh,
deviant
shout out to Bill Clinton. There you go.
and a felon all in one. How could you guys manage to do that? How could you get all of that in one person and then vote them in the
It wasn't
office?
just Republicans that
Under
voted
the
for Donald
guise,
Trump.
it was Republicans, under the
No,
guise of him being a
how do you
Christian.
know that? How do you know that?
Oh, no, no, no. I do know that. The majority of people that
Oh,
voted for Trump were
you can account
Republican.
for over 70 million Americans and their
Now,
political
Mike
leaders.
P. Now, you trying to say that the majority of people that voted him in was
I
Democrats?
never said it was a majority. I'm asking you, what
I
numbers do
said
you
it.
have to
I
support your claim?
said the majority of votes that were cast to get Trump in office
Hmm.
were Republicans. And
And
I'm surprised you. I,
how do you, how
I'm
can you
sure
prove
it's an
that?
easy Google. Disprove it for me,
Oh, okay.
darling.
No, but
Disprove
I'm
it.
asking you because you're the one that
No,
made
I want you to
the statement.
disprove it because
Oh, so
everything
you
that
don't want
comes
to
out of
defend
my
you don't want to
no,
defend your statement.
I don't
Okay.
need to.
All right,
Everything that
Lisa.
comes out of my mouth is gold. So you disprove
Go,
it.
Oh, okay, because you're
Lisa. Let me get in
92%.
here
There
real
you
quick.
go.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Lisa, let me get in here just real briefly. There's not a specific code for paying for sex, but it does fall under multiple codes. Um, Z72.51, Z72.52, and Z72.89, which is high risk heterosexual behavior.
I know
That
it does
that's what it
because I
actually,
know
yeah.
somebody who got diagnosed. That's why I know there's an ICD code.
Right. So it does fall under that. And with that being said, I want to go to Omari. So when I just proved to you, right, without the shadow of a doubt, that Donald Trump was held accountable for sexually abusing this woman who said he forcibly penetrated her against her will in the department store. He don't even wait for a hotel or a backseat of a car. In the fucking store. Bold. But anyway, after he's been held accountable for that, I never said that he was convicted of rape, right? You said he wasn't. So you think because it wasn't rape and he was only accused and found liable for sexual abuse and then defaming her after sexually abusing her, that makes it any better? Is that the caveat? That's the silver lining?
I believe anything that happens in New York City, Trump is not going to get away with anything. So it's hard to determine. So I think if he could have actually ate
What?
That's
a real
crazy.
snail. I
So
think
he
he
can
could
go
have.
ahead and do
I
whatever the
think New
fuck
York
he
City.
wants because it's New York and
I
you
think
have
New York. I think New York
a.
City is a place that I
You're a
wouldn't.
sicko.
Oh,
You are a
jeez.
They
sicko.
hate.
I agree with
New
you,
Yorkers hate him.
Omari.
Yeah, New Yorkers hate him.
Sicko.
So I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you sick as fuck.
yeah. So
Yeah, so sick.
Like you can't really debate people that think like that.
Yeah,
There's no
I
real
think
debate.
Deborah, I agree with you. I think half of these people wanted Trump in, so because they want to be pardoned from their own pedo convictions or whatever the hell
Oh
they got going
wow.
on.
Oh
They
wow.
think they're gonna get
They're
free.
pro
Like it's
pedo,
some shit going.
JD.
Oh wow.
he
And
voted
thank
for
you,
someone that
Lisa.
raped
I
Tara
want to
Reid.
thank you for
Thank you.
making me be quiet so you could show Mike P for the ignoramus he
And
is.
that
Thank you.
lively
And for the people in the chat, just so you know,
that
when I
blonde
said
wig on your head.
guilty, I used the wrong verbiage. But when you're found liable in civil court, it's the equivalent of guilty in criminal court. You're accountable for those actions. The court is going to hold you accountable for those actions because they basically think you did it.
Look, man. the PDF file. That's have y'all read that? Have y'all read this PDF file, Divine?
They
I
read
mean,
all 3 million pages of documents.
no, this PDF file like 3 million. I mean, I don't like Trump either, but I'm not
Yes,
gonna.
you do.
That's a
I'm not
lie.
gonna be doing all. I'm
You
not gonna.
treat his
I mean,
penis like a
sometimes y'all do too
pacifier. What are
much.
you talking about?
Sometimes just like
Trump
We
like
do
y'all
corrects
too
go
me,
much
to.
for
says
Trump. He didn't do. He just didn't do anything. That's
Sometimes
crazy.
like y'all just go too
Wait,
far
no
with
one
the
We
said
shit,
do
that,
man,
too
and
much
it
JD.
for
just makes it.
mentoring
Nobody
this
said
shit
that,
on
JD.
stage, but
I'm just
this
saying, it
man
just makes it
actually
hard,
out
man.
on the
Just
street doing this shit, and he ain't doing nothing. That's
But
just
JD,
crazy.
nobody said that though, JD.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
nobody's
exactly what
saying that, but
y'all saying.
sometimes y'all can go a little bit too far with it.
Go
Can
too
I
far.
ask JD and the Democrats on the stage? And I want you guys to be honest. If this was our, let's see, if this was Barack Obama
Lock him
Child.
up and throw
during
away the
his
key.
presidency, during his presidency, would you guys defending him the way they're defending these two are defending or trying to twist themselves into a fucking
Pressure.
pretzel? Yeah, like the way they're doing. Would you have done this with Barack Obama if
Nope.
he had
No.
this kind of jacket on him?
Nope.
No.
Lisa,
We
let me
never would have
remind you.
had to because he
Lisa,
never
hold
would
on,
have
Mike,
gotten that
mute up.
much.
Mike,
He
no
never
one's
would have
talking to
been
you.
able to do that many things.
But look,
So
Lisa,
You
let me
don't know what
remind
he's
you of
done.
this, Lisa. Lisa, during the elections, when that stuff came out about Biden, his daughter, you remember that stuff with the where she supposedly someone stole her journal and
Right,
shit she
right,
wrote in
right.
there?
Yeah.
Me and Mike, I think, and I forget who else, we came off on stage and we said, he's canceled. For us, he's canceled, and we got hung.
Oh, I
We
remember
got
you
hung
guys
on
were doing
we got
that.
hung on
I
the goddamn stage.
remember.
Yeah, we
Right.
got hung on the goddamn stage. So absolutely. And you know what? And absolutely. So yes, if any Democrat did it, absolutely they should be
But
dealt with
JD,
accordingly. I am not like Omari and the Mike who will defend Trump till their death and
that's not
beyond
true,
that. Like
JD.
in the
Come on, man.
afterlife, these motherfuckers are going to be grabbing onto
JD,
to
that's
this
not true.
nigga's
And
balls. Like in the
but
afterlife,
JD,
they still going to be doing it.
that's not
Crazy.
true. And let me just say, I commend you
Nah, it's
for
true.
taking that
It's true.
stance.
It is
The
true.
problem, the problem with that is,
Look at
remember, you
Omari.
had the
Hold
Me
on.
Too,
Omari said, huh? Let me try to dumb this down to a
you had
first
the
grade level.
JD, you had the Me Too and Times Up movement where Tarana Burke, whatever her name is, she got out there. I have that quote to this day. Joe Biden, he can be held accountable, but he can still be electable. So it's like it's a different set of rules for the
that's so
Democrats.
stupid.
Even in the high, it's not stupid because
That's
that's
a
what the
dumb.
woman
That
said.
was dumb.
No,
Yeah, it was.
no, not
Yes,
at
it
all.
was.
You
The
know
It
why
woman
it's a
was.
said
difference,
that.
Kevin?
It was.
No.
Because
The
you know
woman
what
said
the
that.
difference
The
is, but you know what the
that
difference is
there was
between
video
you
footage.
and
There was
Marjorie
video
Taylor
footage
Greene.
of Joe
You know what
Biden
the difference is
touching
between
women,
you and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let me tell you.
touching young
The difference
women,
is
all of these
she
different.
finally
And
found
so
she
and
finally
then there was
found
an interview.
something that
There was actually a
it
woman
was a
was
bit too
actually
far. I'm
about
gonna
that.
put your ass down in the
That's very
audience. Keep
interesting
talking.
because
Keep
today,
talking.
at the day, one of the things that's very interesting.
Huh?
Now I didn't knock you down, but you need to stay down there for a minute. The
Well, I
difference
was actually in the
between
middle of making my statement. I wasn't
no,
going
no,
to
no.
answer.
But I was talking. But I was talking.
Where are you at?
Now you doing too much, Mike.
Oh, he's
The
at.
difference between you and Marjorie Taylor Greene
I'm a
is
boo
that
this room.
it
Y'all
finally
keep
was a
dropping my
point.
tea
It
down.
finally was a point. She used to be just like you, defend everything that Trump did, everything until it got turned on her. Now she wants to be a victim, but you think just like they do.
Right. So anyway, as I was saying before, just to land my plane, the thing that was very interesting was Joe Biden was on video touching women in a there was a woman that accused him, and
Where's
she
the
did a full
video?
interview where she alleged all of the things that happened, and
Where's
the
the
Me Too Times Up
video?
movement didn't come to her defense. There was no real movement that came. Everybody was very silent because the president was going up against Donald Trump, which they all hated, and they didn't really want to hold the president accountable. And Tarana Burke She said, hey, he can be held accountable, but he can still be electable. So when you see things like that, and there's a lot of people within the Democratic Party or people that's on the front see that's like, wait a second, you're not really, up the law and upholding justice, and you're not really putting where your mouth is. It's okay for you, but it's not okay. And we saw this, and she was never to be heard from again afterwards. So I just think that it's a little bit of a contradictory thing. But again, y'all are going
Yeah,
hard on
all right.
Trump,
Thanks.
but y'all not going hard on
Wait,
Biden.
Okay, anybody
Let's
else
let's
got
let's
something to
let's
say?
let's, let's, let's
can I
continue to go
respond to
hard on
that?
Biden. So it is
Hold
what it is.
on. One mic
Right.
on me. One mic on me. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so everybody wants to say welcome to the 420. And I'm doing this purposely. Y'all fuck up my night. I've been working for fucking 14 hours. I went to work at 6 a.m. and did get off to 7 and then had to take the motherfucking bus to the hotel across the strike line. Don't fuck up my night. I'm enjoying this. I don't have HBO because I'm too cheap to pay for it in the hotel and it doesn't come free. And I don't have Netflix. I think I have Netflix on this tablet, but that's too small. Do not fuck up my entertainment at all. Patty opened up the room. Now I gotta fucking tolerate it. So let me have my fun if you don't fucking mind. Ah, Mike. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Welcome to the 420. And
I
we are
appreciate that,
actually
Lisa.
talking about, no, I'm loving it because I'm enjoying the fuck out of this. I don't get any chance to even go into Patty's room now because they're restricting us on wearing our ear pods. That some tattletale went back and said, oh, the nurses are wearing ear pods and listening to all kind of shit. So now we cannot wear them. It's been banned at this fucking hospital. So I just have to listen to other shit all day, people talking about nothing. But welcome to the 420. And what we're talking about right now tonight, if you guys want some entertainment, because this is cray cray, we're talking about what happened with the Epstein files. And the conversation is morphing all over the place to pedophilia, which it should, to men who have to pay to get their dick sucked, as it should, to people who just gonna defend Trump no matter what. I think y'all getting cut a check. I really do think you're getting some type of check cut and sent to your house or put direct deposit or Venmo or some shit like that. You or Zelle. Because you can't possibly let this man, I bet his breath stinks because he has bile coming out of his gut. He probably smells like sulfur. The shit that he's done in the course of his life is disgusting. And they say don't judge. God said don't judge, but I'm judging the fuck out of Donald Trump. I think he's disgusting. I do, really. He got too many if, ands, and wins attached to him. You know what I mean? Spec. It's like your Uncle Bobby that we talk about at the fucking like, we know he done did some shit. He kind of fucking weird. He's probably touched some girls. He say inappropriate shit all the fucking time, and then you send your daughter ripe over to his house so he can babysit for 24 hours. You a motherfucking fool. You a motherfucking fool. Right? We all got these weirdos in our family, drug addicts, crackheads, alcoholics, family molesters in our family. And we go sit up here and try to defend a fucking stranger. I would defend my fucking crackhead molesting Uncle Bobby before I would defend somebody I don't even fucking know and don't fucking give a fuck about me. At least Uncle Bobby, if I needed a couple of dollars in between dollars, he would give me a motherfucking couple of dollars. What am I gonna do? He's in the family. Y'all all got him. Y'all all got him. You're a goddamn lie if nobody in your family don't take drugs, is a fucking alcoholic, some type of fucking deviant, a thief, something. As beautiful as my family is, and as close to God and Jesus as we are, there's one. All right. Fuck you if you say you don't. Now back to Donald Trump. I'm telling you, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I would be in here going, you know what? I don't know what he did, but he sounds suspect. Even if I was a fucking diehard Trumper, I'd be like, I don't know what he did, but he sound fucking suspect. Period.
I want to address what Mike said. He brought up freaking Tara Reid. He didn't even say her name, but he brought up the person. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. She disappeared. She was in fucking Russia. Everybody knows she's in Russia. She announced she was in Russia. She lied. There's major news outlets that talk about the lies, the sworn statement that she gave that contradicted another sworn statement. Like she lied. That's why there was never no charges brought up against him. I don't even
Yeah.
understand why people are so fucking. People just wake up sitting there. There was problems with everything that she
Cause
said.
he listened to Fox News. That's where he got it from.
He's doing it
It's
on
not.
purpose.
It's
Either
real
that, or
easy.
I don't want to call him stupid. Either he's stupid or he's doing it on purpose. Pick your poison.
In addition to that, Biden did apologize for inappropriate for his inappropriate interactions with people. It did look crazy, and people did hold him responsible, and he apologized. And it's also not any comparison. I mean, like you can't sell that to us that the issues that they were having with Biden that were true. Patty just disproved the foolishness, but the ones that were true, there were some things he could have done better. That is not the shit we're talking about. He was never in no room he shouldn't be in with little girls in the room getting undressed, things like that too. But let me just say this too, though, on the side of the blind allegiance to Trump, I get it except for black men. I just don't understand. At what point do you realize you did not get your prize? There is no pot of gold at the end. He's given the black community, black men, absolutely nothing of value for the allegiance that so many have. And it's not that many. It seems like a lot because it's on Clubhouse and they're very loud, but it's really not that many. But for the ones that are, it's just so confusing to me, the blind allegiance to a man who doesn't give a fuck about black people. The minimal amount of black people he even put in office with him is crazy.
But you
And
understand
and
this
Yeah, but I
Mike,
though.
think that
go
people
ahead,
have a
Quinn.
right
Quinn.
to. Well, I think that people, number one, have a right to for whoever they choose. I think that what's
That's not
happened in
what
this
the
country.
question.
Can I
Racist.
can I speak without you babbling?
No.
Yeah, I think that people have the yeah
Calm down,
absolutely.
man.
Nope, nope.
Yeah, I think that right. So again, I think that people have the right to vote for whoever they see fit.
No, they
And
don't.
I think that what has happened is because people have this dislike or disdain for Trump, people are just going way over the lines, and people are hating their friends and families and people that they don't even know, and making just a lot of incredulous statements, a lot of irresponsible statements, and that you don't even know the character of people, but because somehow of vote of political allegiances or leanings, that all of a sudden
Are you
that person
listening?
is a bad person or this person is evil
Mike,
or
he
people are a
went
pedophile.
into a
I'm talking
dressing room. I'm gonna
territory.
say this one more fucking
Did you
time.
see me? Did you
I'm
hear
gonna
me
say
defend
this
that?
one
I
more
didn't.
fucking
I never
time. I'm
defended
gonna
that
say
though,
this
man.
one more fucking time.
But I never
So then
defended it,
that
Lisa.
then okay, so then you don't have to worry. So he's already proven himself to be a piece of shit, a nasty old wrinkled up man. And let me tell you something, Mike P. There's a lot of hermaphrodites on this app who've said totally bullshit shit about me and can't prove nothing that they said, but they keep on spreading the lies. I have offered them weirdo, stinky breath niggas to FaceTime me, but they won't. You know why? Because they got to keep their popularity going on my back. So they don't, I'm 65, but I work
Wait a minute,
12,
I
5 hours
FaceTime
a
you. What's
day.
going
I
on?
work 12, I know you FaceTime me. I work 12-hour shifts every day for a fucking 65-year-old. Okay? I don't have a gray hair on my pussy or my head. So I don't even know what
Wait,
the
what?
fuck they talking about. They're just fucking desperate. So they can be desperate, Mike. But I don't I've never been a pedophile. Okay? So if somebody in here calls me a pedophile in the next room they make about me and y'all believe it, then you some dumbass motherfuckers. So anytime anybody wants to FaceTime a 65-year-old, you got my number. It's out there. Ask that fat bitch who put it in Clubhouse. Thinks she got my number. Go get it from her and FaceTime me, and you can see if I'm 60 fucking five. And I might just show you my fucking vagina. So go right ahead.
Uh-uh.
Lord.
Oh wow. So
Uh-uh.
basically, back to
Oh,
Mike's
God.
submission. Yes, you do have the right to vote for whomever you
Oh
like,
my.
but the
Oh
people.
my.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that's a lot.
I'm sorry, did I miss something?
It's people in Lisa's back
Go
channel right
ahead.
now.
You better
Oh,
Yeah,
open up.
stupid.
okay.
Oh, did I just say that?
Oh,
Turn
wow.
the replays off.
You,
No,
I'm
leave the
dead.
fucking
you
replays on.
might
Let me
want to
mute
get
my
an
mic.
OnlyFans. Let me turn this shit off because this is like somebody's gonna use this against you.
Oh, Petty, who gives a fuck?
Hey, they're
Because
gonna
No,
clip.
they
No, go ahead,
already
Patty. Patty, go
all
ahead.
no, no,
fucking in my
Please, Patty.
fucking business.
no.
I can care the fuck
Oh,
less.
Lisa, they
Yeah,
gonna clip just
Okay.
that part that you
yeah,
just said. That
yeah. I
Oh,
just
just
turned it
that
off.
part? That's all
they're
they
like,
gonna
oh look,
clip?
Lisa's offering
You
her
dirty,
Yeah,
dusty
you
Lisa's
fuckers.
offering her
Okay,
V for
Lisa,
Club.
stop talking about that stuff, man. You gotta let it go, babe.
No, I'm never gonna let that go because I
No,
don't
you
do
got
that.
to
See,
because
when you start fucking with me, you gotta understand you started it, and I will always never fucking finish it. I will never. That's who I am. That's what you didn't investigate enough. Okay,
that's
I
why I
don't
be
know when
that's
to
why I don't be
stop
on
when
here
you
like
come
that.
after my fucking
Y'all
family.
be
I don't
doing
know
too
when
much.
to stop. I don't. I don't. Until this shit started happening to you guys, you will be singing a different fucking tune. So back to Trump. Go ahead.
I won't be
Okay.
doing it. Trust me. That's why I don't be on here. 'Cause I don't be liking to hear all that shit. Y'all be doing too much on this app. That's why these motherfuckers keep coming back. Y'all want them here. Y'all want this shit. Y'all like the party. Y'all keep it popping.
No, Patty, like
No,
you
I'm
can't
being serious,
control people
Lisa.
on
Like,
this fucking
yeah,
app.
but
What are
there's
you
other
talking
ways to do
about?
that.
You
There's
gonna tell
other
them to
ways
be
to
quiet and they're gonna be quiet. You gonna tell them to stop and they're gonna
nah,
stop. They always
nah.
got something smart ass to say. You can't control these people.
Right.
Not
Do a
one
non-emergency
second.
report. If you feel threatened, do a non-emergency report. That's what
No,
I do.
we've done 100,000
Yeah, but if
non-emergency
you do
reports.
enough, you can get at them. It's called you can get at them. Trust me.
Well, we had to do another
You need to
100,000.
do like two or three, and then at request for a request. Like, come on, y'all doing too much. I don't know.
No, what am I doing? For
I'm just
defending
saying,
myself?
Lisa, you ain't got to do all that, babe.
Defending myself
Yeah, you ain't defending against nothing right now. Like, ain't nobody talking
against
about.
nothing?
Nobody's talking about it but you, though.
No, the people are talking about Patty. You might not be involved in it, but it is. It's a thing.
I get it.
It's a thing.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm just tired and sleepy, and I'm probably saying too much because I don't even know who the hell is in here right now. But go right ahead. Finish. Let's finish with Trump.
Okay. I mean, is it okay to? Are y'all done?
Yeah, it's okay. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I wasn't sure, so I'm going to be sure.
No, I
But I
got
mean, it is.
delirious. Y'all excuse me. Welcome to the 420.
Okay. Now, I mean, Mike is right. You do have the right to vote for whomever it is that you'd like to vote for, but other people also have the right to criticize your vote and to draw conclusions about who you are and what you value via those votes, and that is what you're hearing. That's what anybody up here is. That's why Omari gets the critiques he gets, and that's why you get the critiques that you do. Is because people draw conclusions about you based on your vote and about the preponderance of things that you say. So this isn't personal. Nobody's trying to the whataboutism, the comparisons between Biden and Trump. We can parcel those out, but I mean it's never going to line up. But as long as it's just an accusation that says, well, he does it too, without measuring what is actually being done, and we don't ever discuss the details of those things, which we never do, because we always get off into the personal. We always get off into things that have that aren't related to the subject. But the bottom line, it says yes, you do have the right to make any choices you like, and people can have the right to draw conclusions about who you are and what you value. Just that simple.
Well, and let me say this too. Even if you look at it like from just a financial point of view, let's just look at it from a financial point of view. Historically, he's been horrible as a leader, right? That many failed businesses is
As
not
a
good for
person, Brian,
anybody.
not just as a leader.
Right, as a person, a leader. But I know, but I'm trying to go a different route. I'm just saying, let's just look at him historically as somebody in charge. He's made horrible decisions with the way that he's carried himself. What CEO would you be like? So you've had all these sexual harassment things? Okay, let's bring you in. We know that his family has had issues with racism, with the way they've handled tenants, things like that too. Okay, great. Okay, cool. That another reason to make it not a smart investment. He had a horrible fucking first run as president. Horrible. Right? People literally were dying under him because he said dumb shit like maybe bleach. right? So we look at those things and then we look at, damn, they're still pledging allegiance to this man who, even if you put all the stuff I just said aside, Biden was attacked for stuttering. Biden was attacked for having slip ups. Listen to the stuff that this man has said. It's just so odd to me that, and I don't, like I'm saying, the other people, I get it, white people, white adjacent people, but I'm just like, dude, intelligent black men are still fucking with this dude. And at some point, you should be like, nah, I'm good. I ain't fucking with this no more.
But they don't do that because it has really, and this is my own opinion, it has literally nothing to do with Trump himself. He is a proxy for what they believe in general. It's about us. It's about people who've looked down on them, or who they view, who they feel rather, have looked down on them. And I still look down on you because I think the preponderance of you are a bunch of fucking idiots. And I say that with the utmost confidence. But the bottom line is that's what it's about. Right? It has nothing to do with Trump. They view him as someone who is, in very awkward ways like them, someone who's persecuted, someone who is not liked. That's what this is about. It's psychological. It has nothing to do with liking Trump. It's about someone like them in a position who's making the people that they don't like, or the people that they feel have looked down on them and have made them, or has called them out, on basically who they are, feel the way that they feel. Now they'll deny that. They're not going to acknowledge that by any means. It's going to be the oh, you guys think that it's this and it's that. No, it's exactly that. They're never going to admit that, but that's what it is.
Are you trying to say something, Debbie?
No.
Uh,
Again, they're never going to admit that that's what it is, because admitting that would mean that it would mean just what I said, that it's not about him. They know who we are. As much as Mike's an asshole here, he's not completely dumb. Omari's not dumb. They know how to make assessments. They know exactly what's happening here. They're not. They're not. But I mean, they're not.
y'all
They're
be
not. As
lying.
much as we make fun
You
of
a
them.
I'm
liar too,
sorry. I
Quinn.
am trying to
You
say
a
something.
liar
I
too,
beg to
Quinn.
differ
Now
with
I'm
that,
gonna call
Quinn.
you
What you
out.
Mike
mean?
is dumb.
What you mean?
You just said
What you mean?
Amari.
No, I didn't. No, no, no. You know what
No,
though? I mean, let's be honest.
Amari
Amari's
is
not dumb.
intelligent. He be playing a
He's
role,
not dumb.
man. I'm
He
telling
is.
y'all.
That's
I ain't
exactly
taking
what he's doing.
from y'all nada never on this goddamn app. Y'all done said TC was smart just because he's articulate. Y'all saying Omari smart, and the first day he came into the room, he done got strike. He was strike 2,893. Every time he opened his goddamn mouth, he's saying something crazy.
No,
You don't
no, I
know what
agree with
kind
that.
of MAGA women he's getting off this app.
That's funny. That's hilarious. No, but Patty, I don't think he's dumb.
I don't think
Meaning in the sense
Amari's
that he
dumb
hasn't.
either. I think he's
I think he.
been. Go ahead, quick. I don't
No,
think
no, go ahead,
Amari's
go
dumb
ahead.
at all.
I think
I'm
he's.
just
I think he's
saying.
being
Yeah.
obtuse most
I
times.
don't think he knows much about politics. I'm gonna be honest with you
No, I don't. Now that he does
at
not.
Yeah, well,
all.
that
That's
might
true.
be true because neither do
That is
I.
true.
But and the thing about it is that I think Mamari is so busy trying to be able to be in a space that he is. I really do. And I will tell them this myself. I don't have to talk about behind Amari's back. I will call him on the phone and tell him what I'm saying right now. But I think he is basically wants to be a part of the conversation, and you guys were not accepting him as a MAGA, so he had to readjust. He had to readjust his presentation. That's just it, plain and simple.
I don't know if he's as much
So
Guess
MAGA
what,
as he has
Lisa?
MAGA
People don't
moments.
accept me in this damn clubhouse ass room. Some of these motherfuckers in the audience right now be talking about the tragic biracial shit. You think I give a fuck?
no, you shouldn't, because this guy,
Okay, then, well then you
you
know what?
know,
That's he has his own issues. He might need to go see somebody about that.
that's true. And a lot of people on Clubhouse, I'm telling you, are diagnosable, including myself. So it's a reason why you on Clubhouse and you say the things that you say, the things that I say, or whatever. There's something going on at that moment that you just blah blah blah. But Amari, I've spoken to him, and he is not. a dumb person. I think I forgot what he has as far as his resume. I forgot what he has as far as his educational resume. I'm not going to make fun of anybody who tries to elevate themselves in life. That's just not who I am. Here, if he has a AA degree, a BA. I don't give a fuck what he has. He's doing whatever he has to do to elevate himself. He's not out robbing nobody. He's not selling drugs. He's not a bad person. He just got some shit working with him that is between him and his therapist, or between him and his God. I'm not here to judge any of these people. What I do think is fucked up is that they put me and my family in peril because of their decision making. If it had no effect on me, then I wouldn't have 2 cents to say about what MAGA people do. But it's affecting me. It affects my livelihood. It affects my family. It affects and my community. Not in that order. So that's there you go.
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
going to
it's
hold him accountable because he's not. He says things that aren't intelligent. Let's be clear. You can be smart and say dumb
That is
things.
so. That's true, and that
So
happens to
he's
all of
not.
us.
But what I'm
That
saying,
happens
but
to
what I'm
all of
saying is
us.
that I can tell by just generally talking to him that he's not stupid. To Patty's point, he doesn't understand politics very in depth. He
Because
doesn't. So
Right.
he says
he in a
dumb
room where
things
we
as a
talk about
byproduct of
politics
that.
and always got something to say.
Well,
but he
Absolutely.
then he
didn't
So he
he
can
says
fall
work
things.
in
back.
politics, or
Stay
am I
on mute.
tripping? I
No,
thought he
he
said
didn't.
he worked in politics with Turning Point and, or not Turning Point. But what was the other group that
It's
that
somebody that he has pictures of him and himself with I forgot which organization,
So does that
right?
mean he
It
Blexit.
has
worked there?
something.
He's in a
Blexit.
cult.
Blexit? Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
That's not a
something like
political
that.
organization. That's a cult.
Oh,
No,
They
I
don't
don't
okay.
know
know.
how
They
much.
don't know
I'm just saying
anything.
it's just something odd about that whole scenario. And even First Lady has told me, she's like, "Oh, you don't like?" I was like, "No, that I don't like him. It's just confusing to me. It really is."
Yeah, I said I don't got no problem with him other than he a liar.
Right.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
confusing
And
me.
then you have
What did he
Mike
lie
on
about?
the
Because he
other
got
side.
pictures of himself with the people in Brexit.
I
Lisa,
don't
come
care
No,
on.
I'm
about him having
asking you.
pictures.
Listen, y'all. I'm asking questions. I don't be
He a
in depth.
liar.
He
I
lies
don't
about the
be
facts,
listening that
Lisa.
hard.
He lying
Oh,
about
okay.
Like you can present. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Patty.
he said he's not. Look, I don't care if he's mad or not. I'm cool with him regardless, right? But the thing, well, I ain't cool with him like that, but I'm straight with him being in the room or even him having a conversation. But he's fucking lying.
He's
Like
definitely lying.
1 minute you talking like, yeah, yeah, high five. Then the next minute you trying to slick say some shit under your like he tried to slick put in pointers and the shit ain't he sound like Mike P. I mean Mike P sounds worse than him. But he be saying some dumbass
He
shit.
flip flops on a
And
lot of
And
shit.
Mike P, if y'all notice, he leaves once the conversation gets serious. He leaves
Right.
Well,
because
they
he
all
can't
do
have a
that.
serious conversation.
They all do
He's
that.
here to be performative.
So I will say
And
that.
then
Oh, I'm
when
sorry. I thought you were done.
yeah, and then when Patty, it was like, stop this dumb shit. And then when it starts to sound like a real conversation is going to start, he leaves.
So I will say this. This is the thing that gets me up before I go check on my boys. Um, when Anthony or Concrete or even Mike talk, it's entertaining and foolishness and whatever. I honestly get concerned that when people hear Trent sometimes, definitely Amari talk, that they'll be like, oh, they'll take what they're saying as factual. And some, I'm like, some of it is like grossly crazy. Like even, and I'll say this with Amari in the room. I'm not saying it without a minute. I'm just saying it because we're talking about it. But like the statement about the police that we had earlier today, I had to jump off mic because be like, hold on, you can't be saying LAPD is one of the best police forces when they're one of the worst in the nation. And so it's like some of those things that are said are really concerning to me because of the way the people with good delivery concern me more than the goofballs. You know what I'm saying?
It
well, wait a
also
Yeah,
has
minute
to.
now.
and the
Wait,
one
hold a
thing,
minute. LAPD also. Never mind, y'all. It's
LAPD.
yeah. There's some truth to some of this shit. Now
No, no,
it's not
hold
all.
on, Lisa,
It's not
because
all wrong.
we it was completely false. There's no truth to it.
Yeah, because
LAPD.
this makes sense.
Let me finish though. LAPD is one of the largest, right? They're one of the largest police departments. But if you talk about compliance to protocol, which is how you would judge a good police department, they fall out of the top fucking 20. They're not in the top 5. They're not in the top 10. They're not in the top 15.
You
They're
said
one
compliance.
compliance to
Are we talk? What are
protocol.
we talking about? Training.
Compliance.
Meaning
No,
they
no, no, no,
follow the
no.
rules.
Meaning they follow the rules of policing and they interact with the public in the way that they're supposed to. They conduct themselves as a police officer or a law enforcement officer according to code. Compliance, right?
No,
And,
I'm
and
saying I thought also that you guys were talking about training. I'm sorry, I didn't
No,
know
no,
you were
no, we
talking about
weren't.
no.
compliance.
So
Okay.
when we look up the data, which there's data for that, it did not substantiate what he was saying. It was completely false. Not only that, they're one of the only police departments that has over 15 documented gangs
That's what I was getting
inside of
ready to
the
say.
police
Yeah.
department,
That's true, and that
right?
Consent
is true.
decrees have
So
revealed
so
that
when you start
federally.
making those kind of
Wait,
statements
inside the department?
Yes,
inside the
ma'am.
Yes,
department,
tattooed up, ready to go.
right, and he's making
Come
all
on,
those
that's
saying
diverse.
that
That's
it's
$1,000
diversity, Gemini.
killings
That's
in the
diversity.
past
Come on,
20
bro.
years.
Diversity is
right,
crazy.
right. So and when you're making those
Yo,
kind of
I didn't
arguments
know
saying
that. I never heard that.
They're
Oh yeah. Oh
diverse.
yeah.
They
no, this
got a
is
lot of
true, Deborah. I'm not making
Mexicans.
any of this up. You can look it up. So
No,
when
they're
you have
consent
somebody
decrees that say so. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you have somebody that's delivering these kind of falsehoods, right, with real passion, as if it has some type of truth to it, that's a problem. And when you flip flop, like if somebody just disagrees and consistently disagrees, oh well, they disagreeing with me, so be it. But when they consistently do it and then flip flop and say something opposite the next day, then flip flop back, and we know that they're lying to their family, like Patty said, excuse me, that's a fucking liar,
And
a
also,
consistent fucking liar.
let me
Well,
say
who
this
said
also because
that?
this makes a
Somebody in
difference.
LA?
No, it wasn't saying that earlier.
Okay.
Um, who's talking about the because right there are consent decrees that have meaning federal consent decrees that have come in with the LAPD that have revealed that they have gang unit, not gang units, but gangs, actual gangs inside their police department. That's been for years, too. That's not new. But the other thing is that also talking to people, and that's why I asked you this earlier, Lisa. When you're talking to people consistently, like Mike or like Notorious or Amari, whatever, however innocent we might think that is, it tends to give credence to them, right? It normalizes the idiocy. It makes it seem like it's a name, it's inert, like it's not impactful in any way. But normalizing their stupid is because it makes them feel normal to people, like it's safe to be like that instead of calling it out when it happens. And I understand, from your aspect, yours is just entertainment. I've asked that in the other room as well. It's just when you're having serious discussions and they tend to piggyback on the discussions with the trolling because that's the only way trolling is impactful is that it piggybacks on a serious conversation. So they do that because it appears that way, but coddling them to some degree makes it feel like they're normal, like it's okay to be that, or it's okay to converse with people like that instead of just summarily just fucking dismissing them as soon as they say something.
Okay, so everybody have their reasons for being on the app. This is not Sesame Street. I'm not trying to educate anybody in here, actually. That's for another room. My room, you guys can come in here and talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can have anybody else you want to have on the stage or not. The conversation to me is more relaxed. I mean, if I listen, I really did not like politics. The only reason I even started following, I like science. If y'all niggas ever want to start talking about science, then okay, I'm your girl. All right? Because that's what I do all day. I've been doing it for decades.
Yeah, get
But
into
this
a
shit
room
I'm
with
here,
Trent. You're in
I'm
Trent.
not I'm not interested. I mean, only time I got interested in politics was just here recently because it was affecting my environment. That is it. You guys
okay.
can have that. You got people in here who love it, who want to talk about it all goddamn day, and that's fine. But I bet you when we start talking about chemistry, trig, math, and chemistry, none of y'all niggas gonna be in here.
Well, here's the thing.
Well,
I
I'm
was
not trying to
about to
maybe,
say
legislate
the
what you
same. So I
talk
hate to
about
maybe.
tell you
because
that.
what
That
you
was my
do in
first
your room
opinion.
is
Well, me
what
and
you do in
Patty
your
will be
room
in
is.
here.
But why we got to be
Here's
negative
the thing.
though?
I'm not trying to let. That's straight. That's funny. I'm not trying to legislate what you talk about. I
No,
really not. That's not
no, no,
under
no.
my
I know you're
control.
not Quinn. I mean, this
Yeah,
is
that's
this
not
whole
mine.
app. This
Pathetic.
whole app. You can go. This app has tons of rooms from a subject A through Z. Anything you feel like that night you want to talk about, okay? Anything that you want to talk about, you're gonna
No
find it on
doubt.
Clubhouse. So right. So that's why I said, okay, I've been up all day, y'all been up all day. We do talk about politics. We have people in here who are very versed in it, and I, talk away. I'll be learning. I be quiet. You notice I be quiet and I listen. But when you start talking about things that I have master's degrees in, and I know what the fuck I'm doing, been doing it every fucking day, then that's when I talk. So this thing with having the MAGAs come in is so fucking entertaining to me. I just cannot believe what I'm hearing. It's just I don't believe it. There's not people walking around thinking like this. It can't be. So the more they talk, the more fascinated I get. It's like, are you in a cult? Is this something that you can we can either what it was it electrocuted out of you, or like trying to, I got all examples where we can try to get it out of you. You are in a cult, you're in a mind trap, and it just fascinates me. I don't care what we say to them, I don't care what we do, I don't care how long we talk. It is, don't you guys think this is fascinating?
No, I think they're idiots.
It's fascinating to me, I'm telling you.
Is
Well,
that
it's
a
I'm
cult?
insensate
telling
Is
you,
that a
because it
cult right
falls
now?
along the lines of people's real lives, just like you were
I've
just
never
talking about.
seen anything like it in my entire life.
But I'm
Hey,
saying that
Trent
if
came. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
wait,
ahead. Go ahead.
no, no, go ahead. You talk. Go ahead.
I was going to say Trent came in earlier today. I don't know if Patty was there. I don't think you were there, Patty. I think you might have been gone briefly. But Trent came in the room and said that he found out that the two different officers that were involved in the shooting of what's his name, Alex Preddy,
Hmm.
that the two officers that came in were from his area. They're from Texas, and because they're from Texas, they're used to dealing. They have a different protocol because they're used to dealing with more violent immigrants. So that's why they were so quick to shoot, and that he felt a lot of sympathy for them, and that they were placed
Oh
in
my
that
God.
situation, and that we should have sympathy for them as
What
That's
well.
right,
the
Oh
Gemini.
my
hell?
Gemini, don't
God.
forget. And also, don't forget that he also apparently he's in the know that these particular border patrol officers are trained to empty their clip
Oh yeah, they're trained to
when they
empty the
use it.
not
Don't
to
forget that.
neutralize
No,
the
no.
threat, but to empty the entire clip. That's
Yeah,
what it's
you know
saying.
better,
Wow.
Gemini. Not federal government agents.
Did
They
y'all
ain't trained.
roast his ass?
Oh, until he ran off the stage.
Which
Wow.
is not hard to do. But I mean, he does that again. To me, he's no different
He
than he's
carpet
no
bombed
different than
shit
Amari.
the
And he's an
And he
stage and
idiot.
then
knows
left.
this how? Because he lives on the border.
No, Trent's an idiot. So I
He
mean,
lives on the
again, just
border,
like
and
Mike,
he also said
he's dumb.
he feels
I
sorry for
can't
them
do
because these are the border
this.
patrols that protects him from the cartel personally.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, bless his heart.
And
I don't know if that was
he
any
said he was
pain.
gonna let them have his wife for 2 nights each.
I
Haitian.
heard
He's an
3.
idiot. That's what idiots do. We're not
See,
enamored by
see,
it.
Gemini, see.
He's an idiot.
I heard
No.
3 nights.
His wife is pretty sweet.
I don't know why you guys doing that. That's not nice.
Well, that he's an idiot.
No, I
No.
mean about talking about his
Oh,
wife. Come on, y'all.
I
oh,
Why
I
we
haven't
don't know his
said
sitting
wife.
in
anything
I
there?
about
know
his
he.
wife.
Well, what are we talking about? Having his wife.
I don't know. I've never spoken to his wife. I can't imagine she'd be much different married to him.
His
No,
mom is
she's
His
come
wife has
on the
been on
phone a
the
few
app a
times.
couple of
His
times,
mom is
y'all.
cool. She's been on the
And
phone a few times. She's cool.
yeah,
His
Yeah,
his
I
mom
was
is
mom
on the
is
actually
phone. Me and
really
very
his wife
cool.
be on
nice.
the phone. Like I helped her get dressed for her New Year's party. Like I helped her pick her shoes and
She's cool.
everything.
She's definitely
Yeah,
cool.
me and her actually FaceTime. So yeah.
But listen,
Ooh,
as
child.
as the saying goes, Chris Rock said, if you a crackhead, your wife's got to be a crackhead too,
No, she's
or else
not.
the shit ain't
No,
gonna work.
she's actually she's.
Oh God, Jesus.
I don't
Okay,
think she's
Patty,
a
I'll take your
crackhead.
word for
I mean, it should be like that, I guess, but she's actually not that bad. I like her.
it. Hey, I don't know the woman's wife. I mean, man, excuse me, I don't know the man's
I'd
wife.
hang out with
I
her
won't
in real
speak on
life,
it.
honestly. Like we got this
He,
shoe thing going
yeah,
on.
he's not very bright. The things he says on a regular basis, he's either doing it again to be intentional. And see,
But
we have
maybe
no
she didn't
people,
marry
man.
him for his intelligence, though. I mean, like, what, we don't know what they
Yeah,
talk
we don't
about.
know what he done. He might be really, really sweet. He treat her right.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
He might just love on her in the way she needs to be loved on. As far as them talking about politics, they probably don't even talk about politics in the house. Whatever. She's an administrator in a hospital, and she just probably she probably enjoys the way he loves on her. Point blank is something simple. It's not too complicated.
And then
So,
you see how he loved on her children that he didn't even like. He
oh, I forgot that part. Yeah.
has the way he loves on those kids. He's an amazing stepfather. He sent me. He probably sent it to Lisa too. Videos of
Tons.
yeah, he sends videos of him like the kids like her
Yeah.
her
The
her birthday
daughter.
party. Amazing. He went all out for that. Like he's a
The
good.
quinceanera. Is that how you say it? A quinceanera or whatever the hell that was? Yeah, Church is, I mean, here he's probably talking to us because he probably can't talk to his wife about the things he talks about. That's why he comes on
But
here
that's pretty telling,
and
though.
it's, you know,
Listen,
that's
I
pretty
don't have a
well.
problem with anybody personally because I don't know anybody personally here. My
Yeah.
my my assessment of who they are is based on the things that they say.
On this
That's
app,
it.
yes, on this app.
Here, what
Yeah,
they do,
here, because
what
we
they
don't know
extend
them
beyond
outside
here
of
has
here.
nothing to do. The things he says on this app are entirely stupid.
Yeah.
He
Well,
does
see,
it
that's
either
this,
doing them on purpose or he's doing it on accident. Either one, it
that's
achieves the
true.
same goal.
That
He's
is
not
true.
very bright when it comes to certain things.
That is true. On this app, you get what you get.
I think I don't know.
I don't think he's stupid
He
personally. I
the
think
problem with
I
Trent is
do think he's
every conversation he has to preface it with like, um, you know, being an
His
expert or an
insecurity.
authority
Right.
on it before he says what he's gonna say,
Right. Or
which
his
makes the
best
whole
friend's
thing
mailman is.
disingenuous.
I think he's just trying to make friends. I don't think he insecure. Because to tell them kind of stories, you can't be too insecure. I'd be
Oh
like,
no,
damn,
you can
this
be insecure and tell them stories. I know a
Hey,
lot of
hey,
I'm not
Quinn,
going to
insecure
sit on
people that
TV.
appear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good.
Quinn, can you
Like,
please share with us some of the smart stuff that he has said? I need you to
I
share
would
that
be
with us, please.
I would be hard to. Are you referring to
It's a
Trent?
short list, JD. It's a short list.
Start
Whoever
I
you're
don't. I
start
talking
with
about.
those what you call them things,
hang
Just
on.
Sky.
Let me
you
go
have
to
to name
Twitter and
one
find out what
thing.
he talks about. I don't think he. I mean, listen. He's. This is what people are confusing. He's not a bad person. So it's easier to attack people when we think that they're assholes to an extent. But an asshole is somebody who comes and presents himself as an expert on things and talks about them confidently as if he knows when it's easily debunked. And he
TC,
not only does he hasn't done
TC.
it once or twice. Yeah, TC does it too.
Read my
It's
mind,
not that
Haitian. Read
so
my mind.
that's not. I'm saying that that's what he does on a. It's not like he's done that once or twice. This is who he is. He confidently and very comfortably comes and talks about things that he doesn't have any idea about, that he only understands semblances of truth about. He come. That's what he does. TC does the same thing. There are aspects of truth in what he talks about, and then he speaks about them in complete lie and just talks about them, and he doesn't know in context what he's talking about, and he
I'm
does
gonna,
it consistently, which makes people attack him.
I'm going to defend Trent and say that I've heard him speak very knowledgeably about the automotive industry. There you go.
I think Trent cuts grass, but that's just me.
I'm done. I hate y'all. This is why I
Shovels
get
driveways in the East
done
Coast
with
in the
y'all
winter.
in
You see, I'm
Clubhouse.
not the only person. There we go.
I can't do this shit.
Hey Moose, what did you say, Moose?
He shovels driveways in the East Coast in the winter.
Why y'all
Wow.
doing?
Y'all crazy.
Cutting
Y'all
grass.
crazy.
I will say though, it's true. Aside, Quinn is. I don't think he's a bad person. And aside from his, my man.
He's
Well, let
not
me
at
tell
all.
my man. It is very rare that he'll actually insult anyone or even use foul language for that matter. Like I have to say, he does generally take the high road when people are are
He
piling
does.
on him and pushing back. I give him that. I definitely he fights clean for and that's unlike some others who do not.
But we've heard him try. He's not good at it. That's why he doesn't do it. If he was good at it, he would do it. He's not good at doing it. He doesn't come here anticipating that he'll have to defend himself because everywhere else in his life, this is my own opinion, everywhere else in his life, he can run that bullshit that he does here, and people just nod their heads like, oh, wow, this sounds smart. Oh, that sounds like it's intelligent. Until people are actually talking about things that they wanted to check, because he's one of the persons. Omari the same way, who you will ask for information, or credible empirical evidence to support what they're saying, and they don't submit it to you. Every time. Trent has told me that he was a consultant, and I'm not lying. He has told me he was a consultant on something having to do with COVID when he was talking about vaccines. The nigga
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
has an
testing the
answer for
bleach.
every profession.
Testing the bleach.
But he does that. But that's what I'm saying. And I ask him, and I always approach every conversation in good faith. I'm like, well, what is that? Can you show me some information? He sends me an article that doesn't mention him or it at all. That's what I'm saying. People get disarmed by him being nice and him not fighting back as it was described. You get disarmed by that. So it makes you not want to attack him. But
Fuck that.
I
I can smell
don't
them
like
niggas a
stupid
mile
He was
away,
shit.
also
yo.
a consultant
Exactly.
on the
I hate
DEI
that shit.
team at his job. He was a consultant on that team too. Y'all
And
remember that?
captain of the pegging team also.
Y'all are crazy.
I just dislike that shit, man. It's disingenuous. Like, just if you're just a fucking janitor, say you're a janitor. It's okay.
I'm a janitor.
And they're beautiful when
I
it's
know.
I'm a plumber.
What's wrong with being a
plumbers make
janitor,
good. They
y'all?
make really good
Nothing
fucking
wrong
money.
with being a janitor.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Okay,
Good
because New
job.
York
It's an honest way
sanitation,
of living.
I think New York sanitation makes probably more money than some people in this room.
That is New
Period.
York. Most
I
places
don't
that are
think that's a
Yep.
janitorial
janitor
make
job.
no dough.
That's not a janitor job, though, Lisa.
It's
Yeah,
sanitation.
that's not a
Sanitate
Yeah,
picking
janitor
up
job.
That's
fucking
sanitation
not a
trash is
specialist.
janitor
worse than
job.
cleaning out the fucking bathroom.
And use of the key words of that is
Yeah, but
in New York.
sanitations, they're not messing with, with office and toilets. Like they're making money.
What is
Like any
wrong with
city
you?
sanitation, they're
We
Is
need
making
it
some. We
bank.
need
do
some
do you,
sanitation specialists in this room to take out the fucking trash.
New York sanitation? What is wrong with you guys? I don't
That's not a
understand.
janitor job, babe.
Look, New York sanitation. Oh, I guess that's a really a shirt and tie job. That is a
No,
very
but they get
difficult
paid
Oh
very
my
job.
well.
gosh,
They
They
get
yo.
get
paid very
paid
It's not a
extremely
janitor
well.
job, Lisa.
What the fuck? What's the difference?
You gotta take
Picking
it
up trash
It's
off
a
the
pretty big
sidewalk
diff. It's
versus
a pretty
cleaning a
big difference,
toilet?
Lisa.
you gotta take a test for sanitation.
You,
Yeah,
you
that's a
definitely
big
do.
job.
What? What?
Exactly.
What? Why? 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 Why?
Because
Why?
Because it's a
it's
city job. You got you're in a
because it's a
role.
city
Okay,
job.
so it's a
Certain
city job. So what is the?
You have
You
to
have
take
to
the
take
basic
one for the
civics
county
course, whereas
to be a
janitors don't
janitor.
And we could
generally.
tell who was sheltered, yo.
You have to take. You know what? You know what? You
Uh,
know what, Haitian? Don't start fucking with me tonight because you already got a sample of what I of where I'm at. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. You have to take a test to be a janitor at LA County.
You gotta take
well, you
his
know, in New York, though.
But sanitation's different, Lisa. Sanitation, a janitor works in the high school building or in the building of my building. That's a janitor. You know,
They got city jobs
sanitation is a
for
much
janitors.
much bigger
A
job.
janitor takes
Isn't
the
there
trash
levels to
out to the
janitorial?
takes the trash out for the sanitation worker to pick it up.
There
There you
you
Y'all
go.
go.
got it.
There you
I'm not
go.
gonna argue with
Sanitation
y'all.
sanitation workers will never clean a toilet.
yeah.
The
Never.
janitor
Ever.
goes
You
back
guys
in
are
the
in a
building.
fucking cult. I'm not arguing
The
with y'all.
sanitation stay outside.
Oh Lord.
Oh, and they
Okay.
get paid
But they
too.
both are honorable professions.
Very
Yeah,
much
they are.
so.
It's
Very
a,
much so.
I
And
So
think
what do
it's
one
you
is
think of
Honor
controlled by the
Lizzo?
mafia and one is not.
There you go. There you
Hilarious.
go.
Actually, oh, that's funny. That's real funny.
they both they ain't they
They both
both
might be
controlled
if
by
they're
the
part of a
mafia.
union.
So yeah, that
Yeah,
is
they
Yeah.
both
true.
controlled by
That
the
is
mafia,
true.
bro.
Even
Well, that doesn't make my point invalid. Somebody in here who's working for sanitation or the fucking janitor is probably making more money than people in this room. Okay,
Well,
thank you.
listen,
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with the
they be too.
sanitation job. Nothing wrong with being a janitor.
It's
Those
nothing
are
wrong with
honorable
working,
professions.
working,
No,
having a
but I didn't. But
job,
my mentioning
job.
janitor, yeah, my mentioning janitor did not wasn't to diminish the role of a janitor.
I
I'm
hope
saying that
not.
if that's what you are, stop. The point of it was if you are what you are, stop trying to elevate and push yourself. Stop trying to push yourself into something that you are to get the respect of
I'm
the people
making
you're
my
talking
nails
So
to.
do you
today.
think so Quinn, you think that's what Trent's trying to do, elevate
I,
himself?
I think that at times he is trying to present himself as an expert on things that he is clearly not an expert on. I don't think anybody here could refute that. He presents himself. It's the running joke, Lisa. He
Okay,
presents
I'm
himself as
just
sort of.
asking questions,
Yeah,
y'all.
no. I understand. I understand. I'm not
I
speaking in
don't know
terms
if
of
he
Simone.
presents
So,
himself as the expert, but he always bringing us down his
oh,
Twitter rants, and then he has a friend
That
that's an
nigga the
expert.
expert in everything.
he presents himself
It's
as an
always his
expert, Lisa.
friend, y'all. It's always his friend or Twitter. He always says, "I have a friend that works here," and he actually does have some like two of the speakers that he had that were his friends. One of them, me and her talk almost every day now. The one chick that
Yeah, I
I'm not
keep
gonna
letting these
say,
motherfuckers set you up with 21 Jump Streets.
nah, stop it. The one chick that did the room, she's pretty cool.
Which one? I must not
Uh,
know for that.
Never mind. I'm
Who's that?
not gonna do this.
Holly Robinson?
No, I'm not gonna do this, y'all.
Right. Well, I'm just saying. Listen, I can present some people to you
But
that make
maybe
it
I'm
sound like
talking too
great
much.
experts on shit. I can do that very easily.
I got about 50,000 people on my motherfucking LinkedIn too.
No, he actually does have it. One of his
I
friends
was
did
talking
that.
shit, Patty. It's okay.
Nah, but he does at times, Patty. He does present himself as an expert on things, or at minimum, he tends to try to it's, act as if he knows things that he doesn't know, and he presents his argument as if he does know. Well,
Quinn,
no, I just think that
honestly, I
y'all are
was
like
just
damn
thinking
crazy.
about it, right? What Patty said is actually more accurate. And today is actually a good example. He places himself in close proximity to experts,
To
or
the
says,
expert.
or says that he
Yeah.
has a friend
No, he
that's an
definitely
expert.
says
Like
that.
today, he said, you know what? They happen to be from my area, right now. I don't want to dox them, but they're from right next door, so I know exactly. Right, so he's saying like they, indirectly are the experts, but he happens to be in proximity. Right, that's what he does on a regular basis, more than presents himself as the expert
So
outside
he
of the
does.
automotive
So
industry. And
he does an unhealthy amount of both. He may do one more than the other, but he definitely presents himself as an expert on things, no matter what it is. Either in the explanation or not, maybe just saying that he is, but in his explanation. Well, I mean, I've been
Well,
I
Billy
used to
Joe
back in
Bob,
the day
what do you
before where
guys say?
I used to go down the hallways of the different places, and I noticed that there were places where I had to mop in the corners, and there most people don't necessarily do that. But I actually mop on the. I used to do the walls and everything. He presents himself when he's talking. We're like, what are you talking about? Like
That's
we're
true,
not even
Quinn.
talking about that.
There is like this. He does have like this innate sort of default hubris when he's explaining something. Maybe he just read half the article. Maybe he saw a headline.
Or
Maybe
saw it on
his
Twitter.
friend.
No, he
Yeah,
does know some real people. So let me go ahead. The girl that we did, Carrie, right? Me and Carrie has gotten really, really close. She knows a lot of mother freakers. Like she was telling me when I get out, like certain things she can help me with. She's even trying to like do. She does WOCAN, right? She's actually talk. She's trying to get me to help her do a program so it extends outside. Remember, I had brought it up in the room. Me and her have been talking about doing something where it extends outside of just um automotive, women in
What
automotive.
did you say she does? Woke. She does what? Woke.
Wotan.
What did you
She has
say?
a nonprofit. Oh, Carrie Wise. Y'all know Carrie.
No, I was just trying to understand the word you said. Couldn't understand what you said.
It's women. It's women car automotive. It's a nonprofit
Got
because
you. It
it's
was
women
an
that work in them.
acronym. Okay, I got you.
So she's in the top 100 for women in automotives. Mm. She's pretty cool, and we real cool. We done got real cool. Matter of fact, it's so crazy because we ended up friending each other on LinkedIn too. On after the first night, he had texted me on a 3-way text. We friended each other on LinkedIn, and it's like 6 people that's on my LinkedIn that she knows that I'm friends with. So it's like he actually introduced me to somebody that actually knows a lot of people that knows him. So he knows the right people. I think CEO brought that up too one time because CEO said he met up with him and he hooked him up with the guy and he said this guy really does know people. So I don't know. I just think I don't know. I just think, uh,
I think it's
just
hit or miss, Patty. I think he does. In some instances, he probably knows some of these people. I think that he's. I think he is. What's the word I'm looking for? I think he's exaggerating to some degree some of the relationships with some people because again, when you ask him, and not just the relationships with people, that's hit or miss. We all know people here. What I'm talking about is the way you present arguments when talking about something. And then I've heard people go through the motions with him, try to verify what he's talking about, and it's not remotely what he's talking about, or his famous predictions about these different things, based on, as you all say, the people he knows, and something he has exclusive knowledge or exclusive access to that no one else, even some of the higher ups in government, have access to. Simply because I think he reads things more specifically on Twitter, and then he starts to go through his mind and make these deductions about what things are, and then tries to come back in and talk about
yeah. I think he knows these people and he takes the conversations and doesn't even know how to actually. I think he really doesn't understand what he's hearing. I think that's the problem. I don't know. Like, even when he invited the CFO from cars.com, I know it may not, I mean, all these people are around automobile industry, but these are his real friends. So, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, is there anything y'all want to talk about other than Trent?
it. Right.
I came up for a Trent comment.
That poor dude.
I like Trent. All I was
I
gonna
think
say
all of us
about him,
in here like him.
yeah,